dears, welcome to Beauty by Heart. I'm Lilian as soon as Great news! From 29th March onwards, we can stop wearing masks. Yay! Finally, we can show our face in public. Mask is optional in the outdoor, but then it is still compulsory in the indoor. Indoor places refers to all buildings, places with clearly defined entrances or exits, such as office buildings, shopping malls, public transports, and including hawker centers and coffee shops. For more information, please refer to the MOH, which is the Ministry of Health website. So today, what I will be sharing with you, dears, will be the recommendation of the arm mask, Drugstore face makeup products. The recent weather also gives me headaches. It can be very glaring hot at one time, followed by a heavy rain, and then followed back by the glaring sun again. Whew. Due to the mask and our recent weather situation, our makeup can't last. These face makeup products stay put the whole day and are mask proof. Yeah! So hopefully this video can help you to create a lasting and mask proof makeup. If you are new to my channel, hello and welcome. If you happen to like this video, please consider to subscribe. And for all of you dears who are watching this video right now, thank you so much for watching. It is my blessing to have you dears here. And now, let's get started! Our aim here is to make our makeup long-lasting, mask-proof. Since we are still wearing the mask indoors, we want our makeup to also look natural. The key here is to mattify our skin, especially under the hot and wet and hot weather. And for you dears who are curious what is my skin condition and my skin concern, for your reference, so that you can cross-check whether we have the similar skin condition, please refer to the description box below. Basically, I have combination skin. Let us start with the first product, which is this SilkyGirl Instant Pore Fix Primer. I'm surprised by this little tube. This is the little tube over here, and it has a silicone texture. It is tinted and this is scent-free. The primer smoothens my skin and reduced my pore size. I've used this primer many times. I wore this alone and also coupled this primer with both hydrating and mattifying foundation. Despite the permutations, I find that this really helps my nose to be mattified for a few hours. Although my nose is the oiliest and it gets oily, there's not much oil produced compared to my usual self when I'm using this primer, along with other face makeup products. I'm happy with this SilkyGirl primer. It helps to extend my mattifying time around the nose before my nose gets really oily. Don't be fooled by the small bottle. A little really goes a long way. This concealer comes with the ink drop applicator, and just one tiny drop is more than enough to cover both my dark eye circles. It helps to brighten my dark eye circles too. The texture of this one drop coverage weightless concealer is very fluid with high coverage. I like to use my finger to blend them. As this concealer have very fluid texture and they are hydrated with hyaluronic acid, when they are blended on my dark circles, they don't cling on and emphasize my small lumps and fine lines on the dark circles here. And that's why my under eyes area seems smoother, it is more lump free, there's no creasing, my eyes look hydrated and brighter. These concealers are lightweight and long lasting. This one drop coverage concealer claims that they are sweat proof. However, I don't really sweat that much, so I cannot verify this. What I can tell you is, I used this many times already for about a year plus, and whenever I use them, by the end of the day, my dark circle still remains brighter than its own. Foundation preference leans towards a natural skin look with a glowy finish. I will also reach out for a soft matte finish on hot, sweaty days. Not full coverage with matte finish, because I find that full coverage with matte finish is very not forgiving on my textured skin. I have combination skin, tons of media cysts all over my dry cheek areas, and I have opened lumpy pores on my oily T-zones. But this Kate, the Base Zero foundation, doesn't emphasize the lumps and my media cysts. Instead, on my skin, my pore size seems reduced and it looks natural. It doesn't give me the sesame seed nose unlike other foundation. After a while, my skin turns glowy, especially on the forehead. This foundation comes with a natural coverage. When applied on my dark circle, it covers about 40% of it. The weather is hot and wet recently, but this base zero foundation is lasting on my skin, except for the nose area as usual. I also noticed that throughout my wear time, this base zero foundation doesn't kick on my skin. Instead, it smoothens my skin and makes my skin brighter. This Kit Base Zero foundation has a very interesting texture. It turns from a liquid to powder on the skin. So on my skin, it feels lightweight and a little powdery in a good way, and my skin feels refreshed. The foundation is not sticky and has no fragrance. The only drawback of this foundation is that because Kit Tokyo is a Japanese brand and Japanese usually have lighter skin, and for Asia brands, usually we don't have that much color choices for foundations. So this foundation only has 6 shades and tilted towards more to the lighter skin tone. If you can find a suitable color for your skin, please consider this. I mentioned this many times. These are actually lip tints, but because they are transfer proof, I use them on the cheeks. Remember, we still need to wear mask indoor, yeah? Ever since we wear masks, I prefer liquid or cream blushes more than the powder ones. Powder blusher wears off easier and transfer onto the mask. There are a total of 5 colors and I bought them all, and I bought extra to use them as a blusher. I only buy 3 colors as a blusher, which is number 1 autumn, number 2 rosy, and number 4 nude. However, I like to use number 2 rosy and number 4 nude as blusher, as the other colors are too strong for my preference. These lip tints has a sheer base, they are fragrance free and long lasting. However, on the lips, it does taste sweet. I reviewed them before, and if you dears are curious about how it performs as a lip tint, please refer to my previous video. I will link the video link in the description box below as well as on the iCard here. Can you dear hear the thunder? So the only drawback about this lip tint as a blusher is, I'm not so sure if you guys can see there's a rash over here on my cheeks. They have great stain power, and when I apply them, the pigments will stuck on the rash and emphasize it. So this is something to take note, dears. Also, we need to just apply a little at a time, otherwise it can be too strong. Please blend this out quickly before it dries down, because it dries down quickly too. I don't like powder that is too cakey on me. I am pleasantly surprised that this powder produces a natural, smooth look without being cakey. This powder comes with a soft yet thin puff, and these few chips. And this is sturdy already because I've been using this for quite some time. So I will either use this puff or my powder brush to apply this powder. The powder feels smooth and finely milled. There's micro fine shimmers in the powder, and under the lightings, the shimmers makes my face look more radiant. And when this powder applied on my face, my pores are refined, my skin looks brighter, it is more mattified, especially on the T-zone, and this is long lasting. However, the downside is, it will oxidize after a while, but I don't really mind this. It is fragrance free, so great for those who are sensitive to fragrance. Overall, I am happy with this powder. The performance outperformed its pricing. I've reviewed them last year, don't really appreciate initially. And that's because they swatch very beautifully on my hand, but it doesn't translate on my cheeks. I can't really see the glow on my cheeks, which is about 1 meter away from my mirror, and that's why I was disappointed. It's only last month when I saw Kelly Gooch, who is a beauty YouTuber in the US. She was raving about this, and these highlighters got a lot of very positive feedbacks from the big mega YouTubers like Tati, and that's why I was thinking of giving them another chance. Till today, I still can't see them much less than 1 meter away from my mirror. But when the distance increased, I realized that I can see the glow, and the glow is beautiful, metallic yet natural. It seems like the highlighter melted into the skin, and that makes my skin look naturally healthy and is not powdery. I think maybe you guys can see now I'm applying them on the cheeks now because they look so healthy. That's why I like them more and more. always mention this spray. Makeup spray is something that I don't find it necessary to get a more expensive one. I've been using this Essence Instant Matte Sprays for years. It makes our makeup more long lasting and more mattified. After the spray settles down on my face and going to dry down, I like to use my sponge blender to press the face makeup, and my face makeup will adhere on my skin much better and makes it look more natural and less powdery. This spray is small, it is portable, and we can always sit this inside our bag and carry it around, especially during the hot weather. We can spray to freshen up as well as to keep our makeup more mattified, more long lasting. So dears, as you can see, the keywords here today for our makeup are long lasting, mask proof, matte, natural looking, not cakey. Just in case you guys are curious about how long this face makeup will last, I did a longevity test and recorded the start time and wear time and the check-in time yesterday, and this is what I see. And these are the recordings. The first time when I wear a mask yesterday is at 1:15 PM, and this is solely for testing purpose. So after about half an hour, I remove it, and my mask looked clean without any transfer from the makeup. Later on in the evening, we decided to go out to run some errands, and you dears probably can see I was wearing double layer mask because the inner ones will break suddenly. So I used the outer layer, which is the N95, to protect the inner one. And about 3 hours later, we came back and I removed the mask. My mask still looked clean without much transfer. But you dears can see that my forehead is getting more glowy and slightly more oily. My nose is not as oily as expected as the mask absorbed the oil. And the makeup on my nose tip starts to fade, due to the mask too. And after that, I was working, writing script, planning what to shoot, and by 11:40, I decided to remove the makeup, and this is my check-in time. As you dears can see, my T-zone is more oily now. I would say it's considered less oily compared to when I'm wearing hydrating face makeup products. And the rest of the makeup stays intact, especially on the cheeks. So I would say the total wear time is about 10 hours yesterday. I wore the mask twice. It is pretty much mask proof and it's long lasting. Despite that, my face is getting more and more glowy. So dears, I hope that this makeup can also help you too. Let me know if you have tried them before, and also if you do, please share with me your experience with them. I love to hear from you too. Anyways, I think after the 29th March, I will still be wearing mask because I find that it's very troublesome to wear and remove and wear indoor and outdoor and indoors. How about you dears? I hope that this video is helpful for you dears. And now dears, it's your turn to share with me. What are some of your current favorite mask-proof makeup products? Please share with me in the comment section below so that I can also buy and explore more. And now dears, here's an inner beauty tip for us to be more beautiful and more wise. The sun himself is weak when he first rises and gathers strength and courage as the day gets on. By Charles Dickens. Thank you dear so much for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe and click the bell notification button below for my future videos. I love to do makeup products review as well as beauty related videos, and if this is your cup of tea, please join in my YouTube family. And dears, if you'd like to connect with me more, please visit me at my Facebook and Instagram platform. The address will be over here on the screen. So over there, it will be many of my lifestyle posting. And may you dears have a peaceful, blissful and joyful week ahead. See you next time. Bye! And before you go, please check out these two videos over here. Thank you!